Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel today again. If you're new here, you're widely welcome to this space. So take your seat and enjoy this wonderful DIY family. So to my joining subscribers, I say thank you so much. So you can see the dress that we made in this tutorial today. It's actually a very simple dress. You see the front details, you see the sleeves. Now you see the back details. I like the back so much. So let's begin without wasting time. See this fabric is a floral fabric. It's very beaded and it's also beaded. Very simple and fine. So use your basic bodice pattern. This basic bodice pattern, I remember I made a video about it on this channel. Every seamstress, every designer is supposed to have a basic pattern for his or herself, because it is a base for almost all dresses and blouses and shirts. So I go ahead and mark out my allowances. For the side, I gave 1 inch allowance, then half-inch allowance for sewing on every other side, both on the sleeves and on the neck and on the shoulder. Half-inch allowance for sewing. So after marking out all this allowance, I'll go ahead and cut out my pattern. So this is the front block. That is what I'm cutting here. You can see on my pattern. So if you have this basic bodice pattern, everything is so simple for you. I actually made this dress in less than 2 hours. So after cutting it out, I remove my pattern and go ahead and mark out the neck depth that I want, the shape and the depth that I want. Actually wanted a round neck dress, so I go in by 5 inch on the sides and 4 inch down. So I mark it out. I'll go ahead and cut it out. Please don't forget to like this video and share with your friends. Subscribe to this channel. These little things help for the growth of this channel and also encourage your sister. So do well to subscribe, like and share this video. So this is the back block. I go ahead and mark out 1 inch allowance, then another 1 inch allowance for zip. So I'll pin down my fabric and cut it out like you see me do on the screen. I believe by watching this video, everything is self-explanatory for someone that sews or even a beginner. So I'll go ahead and cut out my back pattern as you see me do it on the screen. After cutting it out, I now slash the pattern. You remove your pattern so I remove my pattern and slash it into two for the two sides of the back. So like you see me do on the screen. Now I'll go ahead and mark out my deep neckline for the back, actually like a very deep neckline for the back. So now considering my shoulder length, so I'll go ahead and still cut it out so that the shoulder joining at the front and that of the back will be the same thing. So that is what you see me do on the screen. So having done that, we keep our fabric aside and go ahead to cut out the lower part of the dress. So if you want to cut out an A-line on the fabric without a pattern, this is the way you fold your fabric. Actually fold it in a triangular form of way. So having done that, I'll use my front bodice to mark out the measurement of my waist. So if I mark it out with a shock here, it is from that point that I will start marking out my hips, the measurement for my hips. So that, as you see me doing on the screen now, from my waist to my above the knee length is 18 inches. That's what I use. You can use whatever works for you. So I think this is fine for me. So I'm after marking out the 18 inches, because it's actually an A-line dress. It's not so important to input your hip measurements, but actually I inputted mine because I don't want something that is too bogus. So that is what I've marked out. I marked out the length. Now I'll go ahead and cut out my lower bodice. So after cutting it out, I will now use it to cut out that of the back, including the zipper allowance. So what I got for this now, I used to cut out that of the back and include the zipper allowance. Please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and share with your friends. It encourages your girl and helps so much and it goes a long way in the growth of this channel. So I've cut out, I use the front to cut out the back now, including the zipper allowance. So I'll now go ahead and cut out the lower part of the dress, the pleating on the edges of the dress. So that's what I'm going to do now. I use 12 inches for the width. For the length, just use the length that is very longer than the where you attach the dress, so that it can incorporate the pleating, the pleated edges. So this is for the front and the other side is for the back. I so much love this fabric, very beautiful and simple. So guys, it's actually the other side that is repeating, so don't mind any of that. So for the details at the front, this is how I cut them out. So it's very simple to cut out. So this is the front details. This is how I will attach it before I go ahead and turn my front pattern. So it is also at the back too. So you see the way it is. So sorry about this here. My ring light was actually down when I was sewing. So I'll now go ahead and turn it out with a strip of this fabric too, as you see me doing on the screen. I actually didn't use lining to sew this dress. I basically used a strip of the fabric to turn it in, and the finishing is so neat and beautiful. So you see the way it looks. By the time we iron it out, now everything will lap and look so beautiful. The little beads that you see at the front, I actually attached them myself. So this is the back too. That's how I turned that of the back too. So it's also this fabric, this design and the fabric. I turned everything out this way, as you can see in the square. So this is the lower bodice. I've repeated the darts. And so now this is for the zipper now. So I'll go ahead and attach the zipper now. Our dress is almost ready. So this is the back. I'll attach the zipper on my tying ropes. So I'll attach the pleated ends on the ends there. I'll pleat and attach. So it is time to join our shoulder, the front and our back bodies at the shoulder. Yes, I go ahead and put in my zip and everything before I do that. So to turn it, you can't just join your front and back bodies like that. You would want to the other, turn it like this, as you can see me do on the screen, and so before you turn it's sewn in. So this is what I use for the sleeves. Actually, I have a green material like this that I wanted to, so that everything will not be that material. So I'll put elastic on the folded ends so that it can become a balloon sleeve. So you see them, the dress is almost ready, looking so beautiful and simple and neat. Who else is like me that is so happy when your work is finished and the finishing is so beautiful? And you see the back now. I love it so much. I love the finishing and everything, looking so beautiful. And the sleeves, you see the balloon sleeves, very simple to make and so beautiful. So thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for your time and attention and your views. Do like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.